I've always been on the hunt for a coffee maker that can keep up with my varied coffee needs. Some mornings, I'm rushing out the door and just need a quick single cup, while on lazy weekends, I love brewing a full pot to share with family or friends. That's why I decided to give the Hamilton Beach FlexBrew Coffee Maker a try. After using it for a few weeks, I'm excited to share my thoughts on this versatile machine, covering everything from its design to its performance and my personal likes and dislikes. Design and first impressions. When I first unboxed the Hamilton Beach FlexBrew, I was immediately struck by its sleek and modern look. The stainless steel accents and, in some models, a blue LED screen or intuitive touchscreen gave it a high-end vibe that made my kitchen counter look a bit fancier. However, I quickly noticed its size. This isn't a compact machine by any means. Measuring around 13.8 inches in height, 11.3 inches in width, and 13.2 inches in depth for the Trio model, it takes up a significant chunk of counter space. I have low-hanging cabinets in my kitchen, and I found it frustrating that I couldn't open the lid without pulling the machine forward, as it just wouldn't fit underneath. If you've got a small kitchen or limited clearance, this might be a deal-breaker. The build quality felt solid, though I did have some concerns about the plastic components, especially the reservoir lids. During brewing, I noticed they got alarmingly hot, and I worried about potential warping over time. Despite this, the machine came with thoughtful touches like an adjustable cup rest for both standard mugs and taller travel mugs, which prevented splattering, a pet peeve of mine with other coffee makers. Brewing options and versatility. What drew me to the FlexBrew in the first place was its promise of flexibility, and I wasn't disappointed in this regard. Depending on the model, whether it's the Trio, the Advanced 5-in-1, or the Way FlexBrew, this machine offers multiple brewing options. I have the Trio model, 499-934, which lets me brew 3 ways: a single cup with a K-Cup pod, a single cup with ground coffee, or a full carafe of up to 12 cups using ground coffee. Other models, like the Advanced 5-in-1, 499965F, even add iced coffee settings, which I haven't tried but sound intriguing. On the single-serve side, I loved that I could choose between pod brewing for convenience or using ground coffee for a fresher taste. The machine offers customizable sizes, 6, 8, 10, 12, or even 14 ounces with grounds, which was perfect for filling my travel mug for. The carafe side was equally handy for brewing larger batches, and I appreciated features like auto pause and pour, which let me sneak a cup mid-brew without making a mess. I also liked that I could adjust brew strength between regular and bold on most models, though I was a bit disappointed that my Trio only had 2 options. I've used other machines in this price range that offer 3 strength settings, and I felt this was a missed opportunity. Still, the versatility made it ideal for my household, where my partner prefers quick K-Cup brews, and I often opt for a full pot of ground coffee. Ease of use. Setting up the FlexBrew was a breeze. The instructions were clear, and within minutes, I had it ready to brew my first cup. The control panel, whether it's a backlit display or touchscreen depending on the model, was intuitive, and I didn't struggle to figure out the settings. Features like easy touch programming were a game changer for me. I could set up the carafe side the night before and wake up to hot coffee, which saved me precious time on busy mornings. Filling the water reservoir was straightforward thanks to the clear water window visible from the front and side 7. My model has a 56-ounce removable reservoir on the single-serve side, allowing me to brew up to 7 single servings without refilling, which was incredibly convenient. However, I did find it annoying that I had to move the machine out from under my cabinets to access the lid, as I mentioned earlier. Also, unlike some single-serve machines I've used, certain FlexBrew models don't store water for future cups. You have to measure and pour each time, which led to a messy overflow incident the first time I used it. Performance and coffee quality. When it came to brewing, the FlexBrew delivered decent results. My first attempt was brewing a full carafe, using about 25 ounces of water. It took around 11 minutes, which felt slower compared to other drip machines I've owned. However, the coffee tasted less bitter than what I've gotten from other drip brewers, which was a pleasant surprise. The warming plate kept the coffee hot for about 2 hours, though I've read that thermal carafes in some models can maintain heat for up to 4 hours. On the single-serve side, brewing a K-Cup took about 2 minutes, which wasn't as fast as I'd hoped, and the machine was noticeably louder than other pod brewers I've used. Still, the coffee came out consistent and flavorful. The single-serve ground coffee option impressed me even more. The water distribution seemed better than other machines, ensuring the grounds were evenly saturated for a stronger cup. Cleaning and maintenance. Cleaning the FlexBrew was relatively painless, which is a big plus for me since I dread coffee maker upkeep. All removable parts, like the brew basket and carafe, were top-rack dishwasher safe, saving me a lot of hassle. For the water reservoirs, I just used white vinegar to descale them, no need for fancy cleaning solutions. The piercing needle on the single-serve side was easy to remove and clean, and I followed the tip to clear it with a paper clip occasionally to prevent clogs. That said, I wasn't thrilled with the built-in filter for the single-serve ground coffee option. I found it trickier to clean thoroughly compared to disposable paper filters, and it sometimes left residue if I didn't rinse it right away. Overall, though, maintenance didn't feel like a chore. The frustrations. Of course, no machine is perfect, and the FlexBrew had its share of drawbacks for me. The size was a constant annoyance. It's bulky, and not being able to tuck it under my cabinets without moving it each time was frustrating. The brewing time, especially for a full carafe, felt slow at 11 to 12 minutes, and the single-serve side was noisier than I'd like. I also encountered occasional messiness, like steam escaping from the reservoir lid and the potential for overflow if I wasn't precise with water measurements. Final thoughts. After using the Hamilton Beach FlexBrew for a few weeks, I can confidently say it's a reliable and versatile coffee maker that suits a variety of needs. I love how it accommodates my single-cup mornings and full-pot weekends with equal ease, and the coffee quality has been consistently good for a machine in this price range. The user-friendly design and programmable features have made my daily routine smoother, even if the size and slower brewing times occasionally test my patience.